She pushed the button.
Yes, I pushed the button. Hi, everybody. Jen Goday here, and I'm here with Kenny.
Kenny King. Hello, hello.
And we're here to talk to you today about body freedom. So, Kenny, what is body freedom anyway?
Yeah, I just love that we just wanted to hop on and talk about this because we were just asking that very question. What is body freedom? And body freedom to me is being able to really claim and own the skin you're in and live your life confidently without holding yourself back from activities, from relationships, from really living fully alive just because aspects of your body hold you back, or the belief that aspects of your body hold you back. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, so I agree with all of that, and I think I would add to that body freedom is confidence. It's standing tall, feeling like you can look people in the eye and stand up and, talk to people, not be afraid to show up. It looks like being confident around your kids.
Yeah.
Not shrinking, not being the shrinking violet. People who don't have body freedom, they're really, they kind of shrug the shoulders. They kind of try to make themselves invisible. Have you ever noticed people who can make themselves invisible at a table or in a room of people?
Absolutely.
It's the weirdest thing. Like I don't understand how that happens, but it's so possible when you're that concerned about what you look like. You just shrink into the background, and you kind of miss out on all the conversations and everything going around. So to me, body freedom is the absence of all of that, so that you can just stand up and have a conversation like we are right now. Hop on Facebook Live and say, hey guys, we're tired, but we're going to talk to you about this today. So
absolutely. And what that just brought up for me was that aspect of really feeling like we deserve the body we have or own the space that we have just on this planet. I've seen that a lot. I'm sure you've seen that a lot too.
Yeah.
And so that becoming invisible and shrinking inward and trying to make ourselves invisible, a lot of that has to do with comparison.
Oh, yes. Oh, you just touched on the hot button there. The compare and despair. Hey, who out there compares and despairs about anything? And more importantly, about your body?
Yeah.
You're right.
And I think everybody has to raise their hand to that because I know that I do. I'm not, as much as I work personally on this, it's those things kind of creep up now and then, and it's interesting to see that, I think, internally.
Right, like me, I had an interview today, and I'm like, oh my God, do you guys see this big, massive pimple on my face? That's all I thought about today. And I was like, how am I going to cover that up? And finally I said, who cares? Nobody cares about that.
Just put a filter. Just use a filter.
There you go.
So what are some thoughts that get in the way of body freedom?
Oh, that's a great question. So I'm not pretty enough. I'm too big. I need to lose weight. Oh, I'm going to do that when, fill in the blank. Or I'm not fill in the blank enough.
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah, I get a lot of, when I meet this goal, I will then open myself up to a relationship. Or when I lose enough weight, I can then have the career I want, or make more money. Or if I gain weight, it goes both ways. It's that aspect of if my external changes, then I'm good enough for XYZ.
Oh, that I'm good enough. That is such a hard thing to hear, because how many times in the day does someone tell you, I don't deserve that because I don't know enough, or I don't look good enough?
Yeah, not smart enough.
Yeah,
I'm not fast enough, I'm not slow enough, I'm not calm enough or patient enough, I'm not...
Yeah, and what is this method of comparison? We're all unique. We're all just, different colors on our canvas. So it's so amazing. It's so amazing when you shift from that I'm not enough to, hey,
here I am.
Yeah. The whole world opens up. And so I'm curious, what about relationships? You touched on relationships. And what do people think, if I meet this goal, then I'll be worthy of a relationship? Is that where you were going with that?
I think so. I think that I hear that often, where there's, if I'm this weight, if I look a certain way, or if I'm at this level, I guess if we're talking body freedom, it's more with that physical exterior. If I'm this enough, then maybe my partner won't leave me. or then they'll stay, or then I'll find a partner, or fill in the blank. And what do we see time and time again, that what is known to be the absolute sexiest feature?
Confidence. So express yourself. Fantastic. So we've kind of touched a little bit on some thoughts that get in the way and how it might show up in life. How else might a lack of body freedom or body confidence show up in life?
I think it shows up in every category of life, because I see where people will hold themselves back in all facets of what they want. Sometimes it's they don't believe that they deserve self-care, or maybe they don't value themselves enough to invest in their personal development, in their growth, in their improvement. Sometimes even education, or going after a job that they really want, that they know they probably have the qualifications for, but because of that lack of confidence, that lack of freedom, they have these beliefs within them that hold them back from even trying, even just taking the step, taking the risk and trying, because there's such a fear of rejection. And what we've come to understand is it's not personal rejection that's actually happening. Most of the time it's something else going on, but we're so afraid of rejection, we're so afraid that we hold ourselves back, and it impacts, I think, every area of our life.
Absolutely. And you touched on maybe not going for the job, but even not asking for the money that you deserve, or not feeling like you deserve a promotion, or maybe feeling like you can't set boundaries at work or in business or in life, and that you need to do for everyone else to the detriment or the neglect of yourself. I've seen that in the more severe cases, almost, not a lack of self-care, almost a self-neglect.
Yes.
So we're talking about body freedom, and we've talked about all the negative aspects of it. So what are some quick tips that you have for somebody to kind of get out of that rut and lift themselves out and feel a little bit more free and confident in their skin?
Yeah, well, one thing is, I'd just like to point out that, first of all, we touched on the not enoughness, and we come down to, well, if I'm not this, if I'm not that, I'm not enough. And that's a lie. Not even remotely true. So if you need us to tell you, we're just going to tell you right now, you are enough. You were born enough. There's nothing, you're not proving. There's not like this magical threshold that once you meet that goal, once you do that thing, you're then finally enough to be worthy of the things that you want in your life. And so a part of this process is, one, really appreciating, when it comes to the body that you have. It's a vessel. Like, we get this container, whatever shape, size it is, we get this magnificent container that does amazing things for us. And what would life be like if we didn't have one?
Right? Would there be a life without a body? Is that possible? Does anybody have any feedback on that? Because, now you're getting real deep, girl.
Okay, well.
I would like to only add that we were created perfectly unique, every one of us. And we were created from love. Right? We're here.
I'm getting deep.
Oh yes. So this is where I am. I'm all about the love. So we're sharing some love. So if we were created and brought here on earth from a place of love, who the hell are we to disrespect our bodies or not love our bodies?
Yeah.
I mean, really.
And that can be so tough. So that, I think that step is being appreciative that, it's like going back to that piece. We can consider ourselves a vessel of the divine, a vessel of pure love, and loving your body, giving your body the little tiny shred of love that you can, and then blowing that up as big as you can. That's stepping into that awareness of gratitude and appreciation, and this is what I have, so I'm going to nourish it. And to me, that's the purest form of love, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't love yourself, how can you possibly love anyone else?
At least unconditionally.
Right. Right. Fill your cup with love. All you need is love and a little bit of freedom.
Love and freedom.
So, anything else that you would like to just close with to bring, or do you feel like this is complete?
I think, just that piece of, write it down, put it on your mirror in red lipstick or in black Sharpie that I am enough, and take a step, one teeny tiny step to show your body appreciation, and do it today.
Absolutely. And actually do it as soon as you finish this video. That way you don't forget. And then if you're so kind, pop it in the comments and let us know that it's done. You don't have to tell us what you did. Just be like, yeah, done. That way we know that you're taking action towards loving yourself.
Yes.
Oh, thank you for joining me today.
I know, it's our first time doing a live. Can you believe that?
I know, I need some hugs.
I know. We work together all the time, so it's kind of silly, but we just thought, well,
yes. So we're sharing love. We're sharing love with you. Big hugs.
internet hugs.
And we'll see y'all soon. Bye.
Bye, guys.